Can see standing well. 240 in New South Wales. Ready now. Should be away at any tick of the clock. Inside runner Maestro Maker's been behaving beautifully. He's been in there for a long time. Racing, Maestro Maker missed at 3/4. Highbury and McClaver in company with Mario Magic slow to go. And Blazing Forest first to leave, taken on and headed now by Hannibal. Duke of Braggart hunting up on the inside, So Precise into 4th spot. Followed 3/4 further back, Shin Can See, 2 to Time King. And then comes Maestro Maker. Some 3 or 4 lengths the Vagrant, 2 to Highbury on the outside of McClaver, 3 L'Argent de Ray. And Mario Magic in a strung outfield last. 700 to go and Duke of Braggart the leader now. A half length on Hannibal, a length to Blazing Forest. Shin Can See locked away 4th and 3/4 So Precise. About 4 lengths further back, Maestro Maker from Time King. 5 or 6 the Vagrant McLaver. L'Argent Doré followed by Highbury and 3 or 4 to Mario Magic around the corner. And no room for Shin Can See at the moment. Now there is, and as they straighten, Shin Can See goes through the gap to tackle Duke of Braggart. Hannibal 3rd, Blazing Forest is 4th, and then comes the grey So Precise, but Shin Can See hits the front. 200 to go. Jimmy Cassidy pulls the whip on the favourite. Shin Can See being taken on by So Precise, and then Blazing Forest. Shin Can See is pulling out plenty under. He's 60 and a half, and he's going to win. Great performance by Shin Can See to beat So Precise and Duke of Braggart. Then Blazing Forest, McLaver made up ground. On the fence next, Maestro Maker over Time King. Further back was L'Argent Doré, and the last quartet, the Vagrant.
So the field is ready to go in the crisp steeplechase, with one exception, and that is Around the Neck, who was riderless and back there with the clerk of the course and is coming in now. The favourite Usurper, 330 and 190 on Super Tab. Starter goes to the platform in preparation to send them on their way. 3,900 metres, 21 fences. Track is slow, 5.02 the penetrometer in the rail in the true place here. Last time it was in the true was the 2nd of May. We've had 4 meetings since then where it's been out between 5 and 15 metres. Now it looks like Around the Neck has been locked away now. Brian Constable climbing back aboard, winner of 2 Grand National steeplechase races, Brian. He settles in the saddle on Around the Neck, and they're set to break. First of the day, Grand National Hurdle Day. Ready to break in the first. Gates back, away they go. Caught them in a good line too. And Newton was one of the first out from Tom T. Hall. Body Edition off again, settling just behind them. Usurper Jump Well is getting into about 6th or 7th placing. On the outside of him, Tel Disco and Turf Tavern. First coming up, it's the first of a treble. Newton over it in front of Body Edition. Bob nearly sold out at the first. Rider quickly recovered. Newton over the second of the treble in the first circuit. Comes up towards the last of it now, leading from Body Edition and Tom T. Hall. Turf Tavern over on the inside, passed now by Telly Lies, is improved to 4th. In that bunch too is Tel Disco, 2 or 3 lengths to Naruma Guy, Usurper on the fence, and then 2 lengths to Bob off again. 4 lengths further back in the field, Lake Thor, Parlez-vous Around the Neck, and dropping out to last was River Tough. At the first of a double down the side, Newton in front, comes to the second of the double, leading Body Edition. 3 lengths back is Tom T. Hall, 2 lengths to Tel Disco, tracking out wide. With him is Tally Lies, even deeper, and then Naruma Guy and Turf Tavern on the fence. Next, Usurper about the middle of the field, are a bit worse from Bob. Off again, a good way back is Lake Thor. Parlez-vous, one of the last from Around the Neck, and River Tough. Coming up now to the first of 5 in the lane, and Newton is going to come to it. He's a fiery customer in the early stages of his races, but he seems to have settled well today and goes to the first of this 5 down the lane, leading by about 3 lengths. Body Edition. Tom T. Hall is third. Tel Disco just behind them on the inside. Telly Lies outside it, and Naruma Guy going up wide. Bob is just behind them, and then came the grey Turf Tavern, followed by Usurper when they come towards the privet hedge. Back behind Usurper, 2 lengths away is off again Parlez-vous, Lake Thor, then River Tough getting up on the inside, and Around the Neck is last when they go to the brick wall, and they've all jumped that one well, with Newton out in front, coming up towards the 10th fence in the race, and it's Newton the leader from Naruma Guy second. Body Edition is third when they go to this. Over on the inside of him is Tom T. Hall when they turn out of the straight. Then Bob has gone up to 5th outside. Telly Lies. Usurper taken away from the fence there, is swinging the corner 3 wide around Tel Disco and Turf Tavern. In behind them came River Tough, followed by Off Again. Then came Lake Thor, who's well back in the field as they they come towards the first on the riverside from around the neck, and Parlez-Vous. Over that one they go now, and Newton being tackled on the outside by Naruma Guy. Tom T. Hall has had a beautiful run, a length and a half away, third on the inside as he leaps that. Bob going forward around Body Edition. 2 lengths then Tally Lies and Tell Disco, last year's winner, tucked away near the inside. Off again and Usurper are both starting to make some ground down the riverside as they leap this one. They're followed then by Turf Tavern, Lake Thor taking off round the outside. Further back in the field then came River Tough in company with Around the Neck, and the mare Parlez-Vous is still last when they jump that one. That's the last on the riverside. 7 fences to jump now, and they're going to head out to the Smithfield treble again. And now Naruma Guide moved up on the outside to join and head Newton. A length and a half away, Bob, who's gone up to third over on the outside, followed then by, just behind them, Tom T. Hall and Usurper. Moving forward is Lake Thor around the outside of Body Edition when they come along to the first of the treble now. And in about the middle of the field is Tell Disco from Off Again. Back behind those horses, Turf Tavern when they go to the middle of the treble. Around the neck starting to make some ground. Tally Lies has lost his place. He's got back a good way when they sail that one. Turf Tavern is around him. River Tough is second last, and still Parlez-Vous was last of all. 4 to jump down the side they come now. Naruma Guy and Newton are still the 2 leaders. 2 lengths to Bob. 3 lengths further back in the field then as they go to that fourth last one. Tom T. Hall around the neck still steadily making ground from Lake Thor. Then Usurper when they go to that third last one. Behind them is Tell Disco and Off Again, and Tally Lies is hard ridden behind them. Coming up towards the second last one near the 600. Newton again in front of Naruma Guy, but here are the challengers around the outside. Over they go to the second last one. Oh, Tom T. Hall took a fall, brought Lake Thor down and brought Off Again down in consequence. So 3 of them out at the second last. They swing for home. Newton the leader. Usurper's gone up behind him. Naruma Guy on the outside, and wider out is Around the Neck, clear of Bob. Here's the last one now. Newton in front. He's done it all out in front of Usurper. Jumped it well. Leads him by 2 lengths. 300 metres to go. Around the Neck on the outside, and they're followed by Naruma Guy battling along. It's Newton in front. There's 200 metres to go. Newton by 2 lengths. Usurper grinding away strongly with Around the Neck on the outside. Newton flat to the boards. 100 metres to go. Usurper and Around the Neck coming at him now. Usurper Around the Neck and Newton a 3-way go. Around the Neck. Around the Neck has won it by about a neck, either Usurper or Newton for the minors. In behind them was Naruma Guy, a gap Tell Disco, Bob. Then came River Tough, trailed by Tally Lies, Turf Tavern. Parlez-Vous is the last to complete it. Body Edition has been pulled up, and there was a fall at the second last.
Away they go. Cosroe's one of the first to jump out as well with Silks for Madonna, Forest Prince, Clear Springs, Ben Dancer, very tight going to the first jump, the first of 13. And they're all on their feet over the first, and Ben Dancer's just got its head in front of Silks for Madonna. Forest Prince trying to be restrained third, Clear Springs fourth the inside. The favourite Cosroe's back to fifth around Fiddler's Green, and last at the 7 was Lincolnderry. They've got 3 jumps in the home straight the first time. The first of those comes up just inside the 400-metre mark, and Ben Dancer, the baby of the field's the leader here, the 4-year-old leading by a length to the only mare in the race. That's Silks for Madonna racing second. Then the grey Clear Springs on the inside of Forest Prince. Lincolnderry was wider out from Cosroe's, and Fiddler's Green was last of all. Here's the second in the home straight. This one comes up at the 200, and Cornell's taken the mare to the lead now. Silks for Madonna got over it, leading by a length and a half to Ben Dancer second. The next one is about 50 metres from the winning post, and Silks for Madonna comes to it and gets over it cleverly. Oh, Fiddler's Green dumped the rider there. Fiddler's Green, it was last at the time. It's dumped the jockey there, Tim Adabo. Adabo's about to get back up onto his feet, and the horse is continuing on riderless. Next jump comes up at the 2,000, and Silks for Madonna led by a couple to Lincolnderry going to second around Ben Dancer. Clear Springs was fourth, then Forest Prince, and Cosroe's now last of the 6. Over the jump at the 2,000, this riderless horse, Fiddler's Green, is continuing on, and it might have lost the bridle as well. They're about to go over the crossing at the 1,800-metre mark, and Silks for Madonna basically attempting to lead from Go to Woe. Leads by a couple here to Lincoln Derry second. Ben Dancer on its inside was third. Then Forest Prince around Clear Springs, and a length to Cosrose, the top weight last of all, and about 5 off the leader, Silks of Madonna. They bunch up going to the next at the mile, and Silks of Madonna leads by a couple. She's jumping well. She heads towards the next one at the 1,500 metre mark, with Clear Springs now running to second, and Cosrose now making his move. He gets to third, Lincoln Derry back to fourth, then Forest Prince. Next was Ben Dancer, and of course we lost Fiddler's Green at the last one in the home straight. They've got over that jump at the 1,400 metre mark, and it's still Silks for Madonna, the front runner. Leads by a length and a half. Cosrose was second, Clear Springs third. The inside to the three favourites are 1, 2, 3. Then Lincoln Derry on the inside of Forest Prince. Then Ben Dancer, and Fiddler's Green has continued to chase the field. They head down towards the next jump at the 1,000 metre mark. It's still Silks for Madonna defying them. Oh, she reached for that one. Got over it though, a length and a half in front of Cosrose second. Clear Springs losing ground. Ben Dancer runs to third. Then Lincoln Derry and Forest Prince, they go over that next jump at the 800. They've got 3 left to jump, and the front runner still Silks for Madonna, leading by 3/4. They go to that jump at the 700. Cosrose second. He didn't handle that too well, the favourite, and Silks for Madonna got a break here. The mare slipped away coming up to the home turn at the 600. She got 2 in front of Cosrose. He's got to try and run her down now with his big weight of 68. 4 away, Clear Springs. With it, Lincoln Derry, Ben Dancer and Forest Prince. Up to the home turn. They've got just over 400 to travel. It looks a match in 2. It's Silks for Madonna, turning for home, a length and a half in front of Cosrose. He's not done with yet. 5 or 6 to Lincoln Derry, then Ben Dancer. Here's the second last, Silks for Madonna. Cornell confident. He had a look over the right shoulder, and another one. She comes to the last 2 in front of Cosrose. She got over it well. They're clear of Lincoln Derry. It's Silks for Madonna about a length and a half or 2 in front of Cosrose, who's trying to raise an effort. Then Lincoln Derry. Silks for Madonna in front. Cosrose won't get her, and Silks for Madonna scores by a length and a half. Cosrose second, about 8 or 10 away third, Lincoln Derry. A similar gap to Ben Dancer.
First out from the Bishop, commencing well, Elusive Spy, then Dashing Express. 1 Dr. Harry on the outside of Mr. Blues, about 4 or 5 lengths to Paper Trail, and 1 to the favourite Zeus's Millions. Down past the 800 metres they gallop, and Ab Initio bowling along nicely clear. By a length and 3/4 on the Bishop, nearly 2 lengths away third, Elusive Spy around the outside of Dashing Express. Another 2 lengths nearly coming, Dr. Harry, 1 to Mr. Blues, and the joint tail enders Paper Trail and Zeus's Millions. Up to the bend they run with 450 left to go, and the leader is Ab Initio, nothing taking on the grey, and Ab Initio on the point of the corner, 2 lengths clear on the Bishop. Third posse is Dashing Express from Elusive Spy, and then Dr. Harry, Zeus's Millions back second last as they straighten up, and Ab Initio well clear. At the 300, the rider on Ab Initio, Justin Sheehan, hasn't moved. It's about 3 lengths, in fact increasing its break on its nearest rival, the Bishop, with every stride, and third is Elusive Spy, but Ab Initio's giving its rivals a buff. Ab Initio 5 or 6. Zeus's Millions running home pretty well from the Bishop, but Ab Initio absolutely trotted it in from Zeus's Millions and the Bishop. Then Elusive Spy, Dr. Harry, followed by Dashing Express, Mr. Blues, and Paper Trail, the conspicuous last.
Ready to go. 1,400. Off they go. And Trips a little slow down on the inside. Thing settled towards the end, missed it slightly. Rovos settling last, and all a blur. Bounced out in front of Danajiva. Settling in third, Dance Wizard, and now Trips hunting up on the inside to be fourth. They're rounded as Ernest. They're followed by Bellow Signor, pushing up between horses and 1 Hunting Field. 1 to Thing over on the inside from Scuttlebutt and Rovos, and back towards the end, Allendale Rose and Tampico whipped the field in going past 1,000. And Dance Wizard moved up outside all a blur. They lead 2 lengths to Danajiva. Trips now having a good run, fourth on the inside, followed by Bellow Signor, and out wide as Ernest. About a length away, Hunting Field deep out, and then Thing on the inside from Scuttlebutt. 1.5 to Rovos, Allendale Rose and Tampico last coming to the turn. 600 left to go, all a blue with the rail. Dance Wizard the outside lead, Danajiva. Trips on the fence in the purple colours, and then came Hunting Field around the outside of Ernest when they corner. Thing getting up along the rails in about 7th placing with Bellow Signor outside it. At the the 400 metres. All a blur, he hasn't moved on it. And on the outside, Dance Wizard. 2 lengths in front of Trips, going up on the inside of Danajiva, and then Thing in Earnest with Tampico down the outside. All a blur, he still hasn't gone for it at the 200 metres. But here comes Danajiva. Trips got badly cut out. Tampico running on. All a blur, 100 to go. He's pulled the whip, led a length and a half. Danajiva, Tampico, and All a blur. Comfortable win. Beats Tampico a length. Third, maybe Danajiva from Bello Senor, who flew home. Scuttlebutt made ground. Trips no luck in the run. Earnest next, followed by behind these to finish in the race was Dance Wizard, then Thing, and they're trailed by Huntingfield and Rovos with
Taipu a little bit slow to begin. Bulldog Platten jumped out okay. Also out okay here was Rattler. Showing some speed also the favourite Will Crow, and Recollection was going forward from Denholm, then Rattler. Further back Karinsky. Back on the inside then to Red Astaire from Nephilis, then Jack's Taipu a long way back with Tornero, and the Grey Often was last of all. Recollection went to the lead inside the 1100, leads by a couple to Will Crow second. Denholm was racing third, then Bulldog Platten and Spring Melody in that group as well. A couple further back to Karinsky. Red Astaire next the inside from Rattler, then Nephilis back on the inside of Jackson. Tornero starting to improve from Taipu, often last of all. About 8 lengths covering them inside the 800 metre mark here, and Recollection with the inside led narrowly here, putting some pressure on now both Will Crow and also Denholm. Spring Melody behind those with Bulldog Platten, a length and a half to Red Astaire, then Karinsky. Jacks was next from Rattler, Nephilis, Tornero, Taipu, often still last of all, but only about 6 off the lead. Up to the home turn now at the 500 metre mark, and Recollection joined in front now by Will Crow. Denholm out 3 deep, Bulldog Platten sweating on a run. Spring Melody outside of it, pulling deep, Red Astaire, and Jack's right to the outside. Nephilis back to the inside from Rattler, then Karinsky off, and Taipu and Tornero. At the 300, the run came for Bulldog Platten. It quickly moved up with Red Astaire to go to the lead, then Jack's. It's Bulldog Platten and Red Astaire fighting it out there, clear of Jack's. It's the Bulldog in front now, and Bulldog Platten coming away from Red Astaire and Jackson. Bulldog Platten. Bulldog Platten wins by a couple. Second, Red Astaire. About 4 or 5 away third, Jacks from Spring Melody, then Will Crow. Rattler next from Off, and it made some ground again late the Grey from Nephilis. Then Taipu, knocking right up the early leader Recollection from Denholm, and the last couple in Karinsky and Tornero, which did not do a thing.
And there they go, off to a level start too, and it's going to be Bargain, one man out, and Torbolino with Laysan. So bit of speed early, and as they go over the crossing at the 1800 metres, Laysan speeds away from Bargain and one man out. Torbolino back to fourth from Russet Royal, Bombast and As Vegas. They've completed almost 400 metres now as they race up to the first corner of the 1600 metres, and Laysan getting along in the lead, about a length and a half clear on one man out, who's travelling on the inside of Bargain. A length and 3/4 to Torbolino. The speed is slowing now though. 2 lengths to Russet Royal, a length to Bombast, who's starting to pull, and a length and a half As Vegas. Now, they go down the back of the course, and Laysan under double wraps runs down to approach the 1200 marker with a lead of a length on Bargain. 3/4 to one man out the inside, and a length and a half to Torbolino, 2 and a half to Russet Royal, and a length and a half to Bombast on the outside of As Vegas. No change now, going along towards the 1000 marker, and Laysan lopes along in the lead, nothing worrying Laysan, and the jock well up in the irons, little Len Beasley. Laysan's about a length and a half clear on Bargain, a half to 3/4 one man out on the fence, a length and a half to Torbolino, and Kev Moses riding him about a horse off the rails at the moment. Nothing on his inside, 2 lengths to Russet Royal, who's between Bombast 3 deep, and over on the fence is Vegas. Only about 8 lengths would cover the field as they head in the direction of the 600 pole, and Laysan with his mouth wide open. He's a length and a half clear on Bargain. Third posse, one man out, Torbolino being revved up now. Russet Royal over on the inside of Bombast, who's getting onto the back of Torbolino at about 3 lengths to his Vegas. They turn. 4:20 left to run. Laysan, a length and 3/4 on Bargain. A length and a half, Torbolino. 1 man out, Bombast, and then Russet Royal as they come down to the 220. Bargain runs past Laysan. Russet Royal next, and then Torbolino, followed by 1 man out and Bombast on the outside. Bargain the leader, Torbolino, and 1 man out getting up on the inside. 1 man out right up along the rails, hits the front, and 1 man out. 1 man out from a tighty, Torbolino and Bargain, followed by Bombast, Russet Royal, Laysan, and last as Vegas.
and Raffination both began well with Petite Falou, who wants to come to the grandstand rail, but I think the other two riders wanted to go the other way, and they've bumped pretty heavily. And there they've split. Look at this. Uccello speeding over to the inside. Instant led Uccello. Raffination dropped in behind them, and Hit and Run's gone across there as well as they settle down now. And back behind them, Tycoon Princess, Torlina, last of the flat brigade at the 800 metres out on the grandstand rail, and Petite Falou, who made a beeline for that outside rail, found it and led from Ramelpa second. In behind those is Melindy third, and Spring Hill Express is last of the quartet coming down the grandstand side. On the flat, they're inside the six. Uccello outside Instant now. 2 lengths Raffination, Hit and Run niggled at from Tycoon Princess and Torlina. I think they're in front over on the grandstand. Petite Falou led Ramelpa with Melindy under pressure and Spring Hill Express. Uccello at the 300 dash clear from Instant second. Raffination battling along from Tycoon Princess, and Ramelpa's coming home out on the grandstand side and has raced up to Petite Falou. Uccello on the flat side, the leader. Ramelpa on the grandstand, but it's Uccello in front on the inside, I'd say. Uccello well clear, in fact, and Uccello's going to win it well. Uccello first, nothing between Ramelpa and Instant on opposite sides of the track for the minors. Clear of Raffination and Torlina. Petite Falou next on the other side. They were followed by Tycoon Princess, Hit and Run. Melindy is second last down the grandstand rail, and Spring Hill Express was last in. Well, there was confusion at the start.
Race named after the champion basketball side of Australia, the Adelaide 36ers, and the Rawayan Racing. Into Jazz, the best to begin here, showing good speed early as well was the grey Bellata, pushing through nearer the inside, South Brightia with Will Soar, then in Clover, further back in the fill, then to Mow It now. Now, one's lost the rider here, Balladin dropped the rider there at the 1400 metre mark. Balladin's in the field as well, this riderless horse. In fact, it's now moving up outside the leader, Bellata. So here's a sensation. One of the favourites, Balladin, has dumped the rider, and it's Bellata in front. It's being headed off by the riderless horse, Balladin. So Bellata leads here by a couple of lengths to Interjazz second. South Brightia third inside in Clover. Then Will Soar on the inside of Mow It now. Coxmore next from Dream Life, and Celestial Body last of all. This riderless horse, Bellata, hopefully it won't, Balladin, hopefully it won't cause any problems for the horse on its inside, Bellata. Bellata leading here by a length and a half to Interjazz, South Brightia. Then in Clover. Further back, Will Soar on the inside of Mow It now. Then Coxmore, Dream Life, and Celestial Body last of all. They move up to the home turn at the 600 metre mark, and Bellata the leader with the riderless horse sitting outside at Balladin. Right behind those Interjazz and South Brightia. Then in Clover, Mow It now starting to improve with Coxmore. Then Will Soar, Celestial Body well back and back with it. Dream Life, they turn for home. The riderless horse Bellata took Mow It now off the track there. The leader was Bellata, tackled now by Interjazz. Joining in Mow It now on the outside with Coxmore. In Clover getting through with South Brightia. Here's a real race at the 200. The riderless horse is Balladin. It's actually in front, but going with it out wide on the track now. Coxmore in Clover. It's in Clover and Coxmore and in Clover. In Clover just beats Coxmore. Gee, that riderless horse, it was driving the riders mad. It was driving me mad as well. There for third, we've got Mow It now, Interjazz and Celestial.
Racing her for the leader, length Storm Princess and Secret Scoop Zajan. Over on the inside from Walk the Walk, Pentagonal. A couple of lengths further back, Princess Elite Fravisa. Mingle is back second last, and 2 lengths further off is Tristabella. 7:50 left to go, and Delilah leads the way. A half to 3/4 of a length on Mycology. A length and a half away third, Storm Princess between Zajan the fence and wider Secret Scoop. A length then 2 on the inside, Princess Elite from Pentagonal. Wider Walk the Walk, then 2 lengths Travisa, 4 Mingle. and 3/4 to Tristabella, nearing the corner at the 500. And Dolittle leads the way, a half length on Mycology. 3 to Zajan, Storm Princess, followed by Secret Scoop, and then Princess Elite and Pentagonal. Mingle is back second last as they straighten up. 3:50 to go. Dolittle the inside, and Mycology with Mycology's rider. The first to draw the Persuader. 2 lengths Storm Princess, Secret Scoop, Zajan, followed over on the inside Princess Elite. But Dolittle is fighting on for Justin Sheehan. And the Cessnock filly raced away. Dolittle, 2 lengths Mycology, and Dolittle wins cleverly. Dolittle wins from second or anything. We've got in the middle Mycology, Flying Mingle, Princess Elite right there with Storm Princess. Then Walk the Walk, Pentagonal, Zajan, Trevisa, Tristabella, and dropping right out Secret Scoop.
Ready? 4,000 metres, 14 hurdles on their way. They're all in and off and racing. Moonchase, the favourite, began okay near the outside. And Wild Trista first to begin from Kingston Dream. Away quickly, 2 down on the inside, down to 0. Wooden Duck improving. Desiree out wide on the improve. And then Century's Fox going forward when they meet the first hurdle. Maybe Rough had dropped out to be 3 lengths behind them. And Moonchase getting some cover early is back about 5th last. Going past the 1400 in the first round. And Desiree has gone to the lead. It's Desiree out in front by 2 lengths. Over in front of Century's Fox second. Wooden Duck has been passed by Wild Trista into 3rd position, and then a length and a half's the Poet. Kingston Dream, Mr. Medusa out wide, then Noble Colony followed by Moonchase over the next hurdle. In on the rail then came down to 0, about 3 lengths to Jonesy's Fly. Grey Sovereign a length and a half further back in the field is Ben Barra Knight, about 5 lengths to Maybe Rough, last of all past 1,000 the first time round. Next hurdle coming up, and Desiree over it in front of Century's Fox, led him by about a length and a half. Wild Trista on the inside, Mr. Medusa out wider, and Sir Pow at the centre. 1 further back is Wooden Duck tracking 3 wide around Kingston Dream. Moonchase pushing up in the middle. He is inclined to pull a little bit, and down to 0 the rail. Noble Colony's just gone to sleep behind the leader next, and they're followed by Jonesy's Fly, Grey Sovereign, then Ben Barra Knight, and 5 lengths last of all is Maybe Rough. 2,800 metres to go. They swing the corner on the first round, and Desiree is the leader, as she did last year, trying to do it all the way. She leads 3/4 to Wooden Duck, who'd gone up on the outside into 2nd position. Wild Trista on the inside, next followed by Century's Fox over that one. Mr. Medusa out wider on the course, and they're followed then by Sir Poet. Then Moonchase over on the outside of down to 0. Then Kingston Dream as they go to the next hurdle. 2 or 3 lengths back to Noble Colony. Jonesy's Flyer. Grey Sovereign next to last, being followed then by Ben Barra Knight, and still Maybe Rough trails them at half a dozen lengths. Hurdle number 7 of the National coming up. Little over a circuit to go. Over they go it now. And turning out of the straight, Desiree the leader. Mr. Medusa had gone up into 2nd position. 3 lengths to Wooden Duck outside Wild Trista. Then Sir Poet travelling wide. Over on the outside of Wooden Duck. Pushing through is down to 0. Moonchase just behind them, followed by Century's Fox. Jonesy's Flyer a length away on the inside of Kingston Dream. 2 lengths to Noble Colony, Grey Sovereign. Then came Ben Barra Knight, and Maybe Rough whipped the field in. 2,000 to go. 7 hurdles to jump now. Here's the next one coming up, and Desiree over it in front of Mr. Medusa. About a length away in 3rd placing Wild Trista. Sir Poet 4th, the outside from Wooden Duck. Moonchase on the outside is pulling pretty hard now from down to 0. 2 lengths away in the field, Century's Fox, followed by Kingston Dream. Then Noble Colony on the outside of Jonesy's Flyer. He's about to go on Noble Colony, followed by Grey Sovereign. Well back in the field, Ben Barra Knight, and Maybe Rough still sees the entire field. 1,500 to go, and over the next hurdle they go with Desiree. Oh, a fall. Noble Colony's gone. Noble Colony's taken a fall at that one, and now the horse is to its feet. Rider looked to be all right, and into the back Desiree led now. Mr. Medusa is second over that one. Wild Trista is 3rd. Moonchase moved up half a length away 4th. Wonder down to 0. Kingston Dream pushing into the picture as well when they go along towards the next hurdle. He's followed by Sir Poet. Then there's a long break to Jonesy's Flyer. Maybe Rough starting a run, but spotting them a long start. He's back there with Grey Sovereign behind them. Ben Barra Knight, Wooden Duck has dropped out, and Century's Fox. Over the 3rd last one, Desiree the leader. Moonchase has gone up a fall to Sir Poet went down. Sir Poet fell at that one. And now they come to the turn 2 to jump. And the favourite Moon Chase has raced up to join the mare Desiree. 2 lengths, Mr. Medusa. Wild Trista battling strongly. Kingston Dream trying to mount a challenge around the outside of Down to Zero. Then Jonesy's Flyer and Grey Sovereign and a long break to Maybe Rough and Ben Barra Knight. The 2 favourites come around the home turn. There's 2 to jump now. Moon Chase on the outside and Desiree, who went so close last year, but Moon Chase has taken the lead. 2 to jump now, and the favourite's gone for home. Here's the second last one. Moon Chase over it well from Desiree, running on Down to Zero. Wild Trista, Jonesy's Flyer from Welbeck pushing up near the inside, but Moon Chase has a good lead. Here's the last one. He stepped over it well. Jonesy's Flyer scrambled a bit. Moon Chase clear. Wild Trista making another effort, and then Down to Zero, but it's Moon Chase in front. 100 metres to go. Holds a 2-length break on Jonesy's Flyer, Wild Trista, and Down to Zero. Moon Chase getting tied. Jonesy's Flyer can't get there. Moon Chase wins it from Jonesy's Flyer. The rider's lost his eye in second. Third placing's gone to Down to Zero, just in front of Wild Trista. Then Kingston Dream, Grey Sovereign, Desiree. They're followed by Ben Barra Knight, Maybe Rough, Mr. Medusa, Wooden Duck, and Centuries Fox is last to
side there of Disco Regent. In that group as well was Snap Decision. Wider out on the track was Finnis Gold. Further back in the field then to Vista. Backstops a long way back. Behind it, Currency Trees, Vaz Halo, Port Star, and Plantation Bay, which began well, is now back to last of all. Up to the turn, it's Contracts with the inside, joined by Lord Roseland. Right behind those, Hand Pass, waiting for a run. Around its outside, Held to Follow. Further back, Cairns Resort, then Alcatel and Zohar, the widest runner. At the 300, Lord Roseland and Contracts together. Hand Pass now starting to join in quickly. Then Cairns Resort the inside. It's Lord Roseland and Contracts the inside fighting back. Contracts, Lord Roseland and Hand Pass. Contracts just in front of Lord Roseland and Contracts wins a double for Ken Sweetie. Contracts beats Lord Roseland. Cairns Resort for third from Hand Pass. Behind those Alcatel. Backstop never came into it from Finnis Gold. Then Zohar Vista. Further back Held to Follow with Disco Regent. Then behind those Currency Trees, Wellback Snap Decision with Port Star, Vaz Halo and Plantation Bay.
Next on the fence is Time Chase, followed in by Ocean Law, then Charles in Charge, Norfolk Island, Bonnie Prospect. Sunburnt Miner and Lover's Row was back at the top.
With Misty Jude, Red and Tough going up wider out and on the inside looking to make a line of 4, Crash Hot. Then a bit of Magic getting a nice run behind the speed from Great Trip, Kai Lange and 3 Furicao. Down past the 700, 4 in line. Baroness Betty is just the leader here from Red and Tough. Misty Jude, one off the fence and Crash Hot right up against the rails. A bit of Magic poised behind the 4 leaders and then Kai Lange, 2 lengths to Great Trip and 5 to Furicao. As they head to the home corner, Crash Hot on the inside, just leading from Baroness Betty now. Misty Jude back to third, and then Red and Tough, followed by a bit of Magic. Larry Cassidy tried to weave his way clear on a bit of Magic from Kai Lange. Baroness Betty again races to the lead. He's into the open. Larry Cassidy on a bit of Magic, and then comes Crash Hot on the inside. A bit of Magic is out after Baroness Betty. Is he going to crack the record, Larry Cassidy? Here he is on the appropriately named a bit.
All set. 1600 on their journey now. Winning his best began quickly. Cotton on Fly getting back early with Thatching's Way, Impress Me and Elmer's Day. Settling down now, New Shanghai moved up to winning his best. Classy Voodoo, Bundamba were wider out on the course, and going forward to Marty Zaclar. Just behind those horses then is Deerfield, who's speeding to the lead now. So heading to the 1200 metres, and Deerfield took up the running 2 lengths, winning his best. New Shanghai, one away in the field then. At the head of the other horses is Classy Voodoo with Thatching's Way. Bundamba were wide out, Grist for the Mill on the rail, and then Amati Zaclar teetotally. Next a length away is Elmer's Day on the inside, being followed by Baron of Loxley, and then came a good way back as Raffinize, Impress Me. Towards the end, Swing into Spring, and 2 lengths to Cotton on Flyer. Deerfield led the field up towards the home turn, about a half in front. On the outside is New Shanghai. Fayette is right there, and Amati Zaclar off the track is improving when they came to the turn. Winning his best has just been behind the leading horses from Grist for the Mill behind it. Bundamba is going up wide on the course when they swing for home, and there's about 600 metres to go. Thatching's Way putting himself in the picture as well. They come around the home turn. Deerfield on the inside from New Shanghai, Fayette, and Thatching's Way out about 4 wide, winning his best just behind them with Grist for the Mill. They're followed by Marty Zaclar, and then Elmer's Day down to the inside. Cotton on Flyer will need a miracle to get a run through the pack. 250 to go. Deerfield the leader over New Shanghai, winning his best, and down the outside Grist for the Mill from Fayette. Cotton on Flyer. It's Deerfield in front, but now Grist for the Mill pounces quickly at the 100. Grist for the Mill getting to Deerfield. Elmer's Day is flying home. Grist for the Mill in front. Elmer's Day swamps it on the line. Not much in this between the storming finish of Elmer's Day and Grist for the Mill. Deerfield close up on the inside, and then came Cotton on Flyer, who was held up for a long, long way. Next, New Shanghai from Swing into Spring, and winning his best behind these to finish. Impress Me, Baron of Loxley, Bundamba with Thatching's Way. Fayette knocked up, followed by Classy Voodoo, Raffinized towards the end with Teetotally and Amati Zaclar.
Now Quality Kingdom and Can Grande out wide, both fast away. My Halo Breaker showing plenty of speed, or Can Grande is going to burn them off in the early part. Bimbadine trying hard to kick up inside of Can Grande. Yes, he's just going to keep him wide. Can Grande is just in front of Bimbadine. They're all kicking up inside of them now. Laguna's going forward. Quality Kingdom is going forward, but he's very wide. He's about 4 deep into that first bend. Leroy's Magic is just behind them, followed by Dance Beat. He's trailing nicely with cover. He is 3 wide, but he's got cover. Mandu is over on the inside. My Halo Broken Jewel Photon next, then Mr. Newmarket. Clickety's getting well back with King Tribute, and Boisterous Ladies last. Laguna's just in front as they come down the side. Laguna ahead in front of Bimbadine. Can Grande is 3 wide. Quality Kingdom is 4 wide. Leroy's Magic behind them. Then Mandu. Dance Beat is sitting there smoking his pipe. He's going to have the last crack at them in the straight. Jewel Photon coming to the outside. They head for home in the Eyeliner. Quality Kingdom loomed up on the outside to go to the lead. But here comes Dance Beat. Dance Beat is finishing brilliantly. Quality Kingdom's not going to give in without a fight. Quality Kingdom and Dance Beat. Quality Kingdom's kicking on the inside. Yes, that's a great performance. Quality Kingdom first. Dance Beat second. Clickety Flying got third. And fourth home by Halo Broke. Boy, what a performance by Quality Kingdom. He was never on the track. Next in Boisterous Lady, Leroy's Magic. Then Laguna, Mandu, Can Grande knocked up in the straight. And Bimbadine and King Tribute, the last 2 over the line.
Kildane into the clear. Change of Fortune sweeping down the outside. They've got the Future Ethics. Certainly hit the lead. Mr. Kildane after it with Change of Fortune. It's Mr. Kildane and Change of Fortune running to Certainly. Mr. Kildane took the lead. Change of Fortune can't get him. Mr. Kildane. Mr. Kildane wins 3/4. Change of Fortune. Certainly third. Future Ethics fourth from Anxiety Attack. Then National Asset. Final statement next from Pro Now Amarina. Further back of Brontes. Make the Action. And Headhunter along last.
Narrowly from Our Alaric and Astro Boy, followed by Dr. Squill. A length gap to Famous Shoes, and then comes Kahula Way, followed on the inside by Shining Haze, who got tightened up. Over the Moon, the outer, followed by Party King, and 2 lengths to French Legend. Heading along to the 1100, Princess Lyra shows the way from Dr. Squill. Carmody can't get in at the moment on Astro Boy. It's third, followed by Our Alaric, and then comes Famous Shoes, Kahula Way, Over the Moon. Then Party King and the stablemates, the last pair, Shining Haze, who got tightened up early. Squilly and French Legend there. Onto the side now, going towards the 800, and Dr. Squill leads easily, about 3/4 of a length, Princess Lyra. In third position, Famous Shoes pratted out wide, followed by Our Alaric, and then comes Astro Boy. A length and 3/4 Kahula way over the moon, and in that clump of horses too is Party King and French Legend and Shining Haze of the joint tail enders running past the 500. And the leader is Dr. Squilly, increases his lead on Princess Lyra to about 3 lengths rounding the bend. A length and 1/4 to Famous Shoes, followed by Astro Boy, being hard ridden by Carpet. He's pulled the stick on the favourite. Our Alaric's on his inside, down to the 300. And Dr. Squill in front, a length and a half. Astro Boy, he's warming up. Once he saw plenty of daylight, he put his mind to the task, and he gobbled up Dr. Squill, and he raced away Astro Boy. This Seville horse is going to prove a pretty handy horse down track 2. Second, Dr. Squill, Party King and Our Alaric battling out third, but Astro Boy wins effortlessly. Astro Boy beat Dr. Squill and Party King, followed by Our Alaric and then Princess Lyra. Famous Shoes, French Legend, Kahula Way, Shining Haze, and Over the Moon was last.
Handicap 1400. Off they go. Royal Gal, the one that missed at a length and a half, otherwise a good dispatch. Jingle Bells, Chili's and Royal Sancharac began fast. So did Chippy's Daughter. And Lady Capel is taking a lot of them on from the outside and is going to cut them off after 200. Lady Capel takes up the running from Chili's, Royal Sancharac, Jingle Bells the outside, and then Chippy's Daughter. One Impulsive in 5th placing, followed 2 lengths back by Sweetliner, Dan Bois, then Akarana, Royal Gal and Zakynthos Girl dropped out last. 900 left to go, and Lady Capel led by a length and 1/4 to Chili's on the rail. Royal Sancharac and Jingle Bells nicely placed 4th. 1 to Chippy's Daughter 5th on the inside, and then Impulsive a length to Dan Bois, followed by Sweetliner, Akarana wide. Royal Gal next on the inside, and Zakynthos Girl last when they swept to the turn. 600 left to go. Lady Capel's going to corner about a neck in front of Chili's. Royal Sancharac dug up on the inside. Jingle Bells 4th the outside, and then Chippy's Daughter and Impulsive when they corner. Wider out Akarana, Sweetliner trying to get into the clear, and down the outside will come Zakynthos Girl inside the 4 now, and Chili's raced up to Lady Capel, and they put 2 lengths now on Royal Sancharac, Chippy's Daughter. Dan Bois running on okay down on the inside, then Jingle Bells. Chili's getting a bit tired, and Dan Bois swooped on the front, dashed to the lead down on the inside. She sprinted away. 2 lengths to Chippy's Daughter, Chili's and Royal Sancharac, but Dan Bois clear with about 50 to go. Chippy's Daughter out late, but Dan Bois going to win it easily. Dan Bois by a length and a half eased up over Chippy's Daughter. Royal Sancharac 2 lengths away third, then Chili's. Jingle Bells, Zakynthos Girl and Sweetliner never came into it. Lady Capel weakened very badly, followed by Royal Gal, Akarana, and Impulsive dropped out to last. Well, it was a very impressive victory by number 9, Dan Bois, ridden by Jason Patton, trained by
leaders, but there goes Oslo Peak. Oslo Peak is now surging to the lead, and he goes to a clear lead as they race past the 1,000. Oslo Peak crossing onto the rails, 2 in front. Second, Our Profiteer, another possession ahead away third. Then Manipulate, and Mr. Innocent is back 5th on the inside. Green Up Street going forward, then Mr. I Am. Can Gaze is trapped wide, and then Annunciation on the outside of French Movie Star. Wonder Soap King getting well back as Pat's Guest, then calling over on the rails. Tristram Show is wide. Emperor Pose second last, and Count the Coin is at the rear. Coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Oslo Peak is the leader, but he's being taken on now. Rushing up on the outside is another possession. Green Up Street is going up but wide. Mr. I Am is just behind them, followed by Manipulate, and Can Gaze. French Movie Star is in that bunch. Annunciation is very wide. Mr. Innocent has dropped back as they approach the corner, and now she goes full bore on Oslo Peak, and he bounded away from them. Oslo Peak 2 in front. Up to second, Manipulate, then Mr. Innocent. Oslo Peak in front. He's under a little bit of pressure now. Here's Mr. Innocent coming through in the centre, and down the outside, French Movie Star is flying home. Mr. Innocent hit the lead close to the line. Yes, the big boys back today. Mr. Innocent first, tight second and third. It's between French Movie Star and in the middle Manipulate. Oslo Peak just behind them, then calling Annunciation, Pat's Guest, and Emperor Post Soap King, followed by Our Profiteer, Tristram Show, Green Up Street, another possession, Count the Coin. Well back Can Goes, and Mr. I Am, one of the last home.
Heart Range was slow to begin again. Mounamuka came out very quickly. Showing speed also was Everton. Finspang pushing through nearer the inside from Prayers. Rare Opportunity going through from Socket Babe. Drifting back was Adelaide Express. Millock getting past it with Lord William and Critical Road. Blazing Limbs a long way back. Back with it was Heart Range, Stress, and Metal Ice was one of the last. They move up towards the home turn at the 600, and the leader here, Mounamuka, leads by a length to Finspang. Rare Opportunity third the inside. Everton was fourth. Then Prayers around Socket Babe. Lord William about 6 or 7 off the lead. Then Millock. Further back, Heart Range. Well back, Adelaide Express with Stress, Critical Road, Millock, Middle Ice, and Blazing Limb in the straight. Mounamuka the leader from Finspang. Everton, Rare Opportunity getting out. Lord William joining in with Socket Babe, but Mounamuka still the leader. Joining in on the outside now was Everton with Lord William. Mounamuka the front runner though. Everton trying to pick it back with Lord William. It's still Mounamuka the leader. Lord William going to it late and gets him. Lord William nailed him right on the line. Lord William gets up to beat Mounamuka. Close for third. Everton and Metal Ice. There's 0 in that. Then Socket Babe, Stress, Finspang, Heart Range.
Perfect Flight from the inside was best away, jumping nicely. Marcis. Here's Legina, the favourite, up, going for the front spot, and will get it with ease. And travelling about 250 metres, it's Legina, 2 lengths clear now from House of Chimes and Coconut, then Perfect Flight. Followed 3/4 away, Marcis, a length, Funny Tail, and then Spectacular Zip, Airs and Graces, and 2 to Extra Bubbly. Working along to the 800 marker, and Legina making play. About a length and a quarter, House of Chimes, deeper out, Coconut. Perfect Flight is back 4th, 5th, Funny Tail around Marcis. The next couple, Spectacular Zip on the inside of Airs and Graces, and 2.5 lengths to Extra Bubbly. This is the order as they gallop past the 600 metres. And Legina in front by a length and 3/4 now. House of Chimes ridden along. Coconut third. Funny Tail is the deepest, followed by Perfect Flight, Marcis, Airs and Graces. Then Spectacular Zip, and last of all is Extra Bubbly as they straighten up, and Legina out about 2 horses or so from the inside rail. A length and a half to 2 lengths clear. Funny Tail is going into second posse now, followed by Airs and Graces. The rider pulls the whip on Legina. Luke Levy, 100 to go. Horses on the outside, Airs and Graces and Funny Tail trying hard to pick up Legina, but Legina's looking good for 5 in a row, and she does it again. Great performance by the Wyong trained mare. Legina from Airs and Graces and Funny Tail, then Coconut, followed by Spectacular Zip, Perfect Flight. Marcis, Extra Bubbly, and tailed off House of Chimes. Legina.
Melbourne Cup is his mission, and Colette Cuda to come in. So Al Cobber goes up. Colette Cuda will complete the line, moves in, and they're ready to go. 1,400 metres. They're off. Good start too. Principi Walk, one of the first to jump out, beginning well towards the inside as Grand Bay, and quickly a whale, so is Jamati. Going fast just in behind them, Quahira Legend and Pride of Tarleton working his way up towards the lead, settling into Strider, and Grand Bay is the leader just in advance of Pride of Tarleton. A length further back, getting into the box seat there is Jamati. They're followed by Principi Walk, 2.5 lengths further back then is Quahira Legend, and over on the inside Mustang Red is just in behind them, and Kalat Cuda. A length further back is Jezebel, being followed further back by Sovereign Squall. Northern Embossing and tailed off a bad last as Old Cobber. They're racing down the side towards the 800 metre mark, and Grand Bay by a length on Pride of Tarleton, a length and a half Shamati. Close in behind them Principi Walk, Quahira Legend over on the inside, a length and a half further back Kalat Cuda, and further back in the field then moving up along the inside there at the head of the others came Jezebel, being followed by Mustang Red, a fair way back Northern Embossing, followed by Sovereign Squall and Old Cobra as they're making the home turn and they're homeward bound, and Grand Bay over on the inside is still the leader by a length and a half. Pride of Tarleton coming down the outside there. At the head of the others came Jamati, being followed by Quahira Legend looking for the run through and getting it now, and further back along the inside Jezebel, and finishing very quickly along the inside from a fair way back then is Northern Embossing, racing down with 200 metres left to go. Grand Bay is tackled very quickly by Northern Embossing, and Quahira Legend in the centre grabs the lead. Quahira Legend is the leader from Northern Embossing, trying to get it, and Jezebel flying home down the outside. Quahira Legend is the leader close to home. Quahira Legend won by a length. Northern Embossing, Jezebel third. Fourth home in the event is Jamati, being followed by Colette Cuda and Mustang Red behind them, and then Sovereign Squall followed by Prince Perry Walker, fair way back in the field. Pride of Tarleton. Grand Bay is second last, and last to finish is Old Cobber. Stand by for placings.
Jador third, but picking up.
There's an action on the inside of Super Slew.
It's all in fun outside of Jean's Interest. Then Angelin, Broan, State Crown, second last, and Gossips is last of all. He's back on track as the leader. 850 metres to go. Moved away two in front. Vitaman is second, and Prince Del Derby is a length away third. Corregidor fourth. Then Super Slew, Zero Limit picking up ground, but he's wide. Over on the inside is Desert Action. One to It's All in Fun, who's getting a go on. He's putting himself into the race. Angelin is sweeping around them as well. Then Paul's Folly. Jean's Interest is clear of the rails now. He's starting to run into it, followed by Sunny Lane, Broan, State Crown, and Gossips. It's All in Fun has made a lightning-like move on the outside, and he's gone to the lead as they approach the corner. Mickey Dittman has gone to the front on It's All in Fun and went a length clear. Angelin is giving chase on the outside. Vitaman, Super Slew, third and fourth, then Corregidor. Paul's Folly on the outside. It's the old Kiwi in front with 200 metres to go, but here's the danger. Paul's Folly coming after It's All in Fun. Paul's Folly loomed up to It's All in Fun. Paul's Folly in front, drawing away, and he's going to win the Ipswich Cup. Paul's Folly first, It's All in Fun second, Angelin third, then Sunny Lane or Super Slew, followed in by State Crown and Jean's Interest. Gossips next, then Corregidor, he's back on track, Vitaman. The next one home was Broan, Desert Action, Zero Limit, and Prince Del Derby last.
Yarley Gold was also showing good pace from Aki Bono. John's Heritage was on the inside. In that group as well was Irish Heart, and also going through Calorays. Further back in the field then we had Viceroyal. Back on the inside, Atomic Comet. Outside it, Born to Perform. Then Aragon Prince, and the last two are Noble Chief, and back with it, King's Landing. They've got about 700 left to go, and Respect the Raj, the leader. Leads by 3/4 of a length here to Yarley Gold second. Shavit off the track around Calorays. Back on the inside, John's Heritage. Next was Aki Bono around Irish Heart. Viceroyal, Born to Perform, starting to improve. Further back, Atomic Comet. Well back was Aragon Prince with Noble Chief and King's Landing. They're on the turn at the 400. Respect the Raj, the leader. Coming after hit was Yarley Gold, and joining in on the outside, Shavit. Irish Heart pulled out deep on the track. Also coming to the outside now was Born to Perform at the 200 though. Shavit hit the lead. Here's Born to Perform starting to join in now from Irish Heart. Born to Perform hit the lead. Wide out late, Noble Chief from nowhere. Born to Perform broke clear though from Noble Chief. Then battling on Shavit, and Born to Perform wins first up. Born to Perform first. Second, Noble Chief, a big run. Third goes to Shavit. Close up Irish Heart with Aragon Prince. Behind those Calorays, then Respect the Raj. Atomic Comment next to finish from...
Enjoyment Kenquest printed pretty wide out from Rising Above, and then comes Soup Kitchen, and On Deck has dropped out to last. Well, the favourite, a clear-cut leader, swinging the first corner, Noble Dane, out by about a length and a half on Kenquest. Omar Zam, the rails third, then Waku Lash, seen before, Dynamic Blaze. Enjoyment next on the inside, a length and a half to Soup Kitchen, followed by Prairie. Rising Above is second last, and Absolute On Deck. They race down the back of the course now, and the leader is the favourite, and of course that is Noble Dane. The big fella trained by Bob Joseph at Canberra passes the 1200 by a length exactly on Ken Quest. 2 lengths to a couple of greys, Omar Zam and Waku Lash, and Soup Kitchen going up wider out on the track. 3 greys in line there, just behind the speed from Dynamic Blaze, and then comes Seen Before and Enjoyment, Rising Above Prairie, and On Deck is last as they leave the back straight behind them and come down to the 800. And it's Noble Dane setting the pattern, 3/4 of a length on Ken Quest. Soup Kitchen wide, Waku Lash in the middle, Omar Zam over on the rails from Dynamic Blaze deep. Seen Before the centre, Enjoyment locked up. 2 lengths Rising Above 3 deep. Prairie the middle, and the country mare Old On Deck is last on the inside as they go past the 550. And Noble Dane leads the way 3/4. Ken Quest a length to Waku Lash, followed by on the inside Omar Zam, and right around the outside of the field is Dynamic Blaze, and Forrester's got the whip on Rising Above. It's back second last. Soup Kitchen went back as quickly as it went up. Now Noble Dane is being taken on left, right and centre. Enjoyment getting up on the inside. Ken Quest the outside, and Dynamic Blaze is the deepest. But Enjoyment right up against the fence, hits the front, and the Gay Waterhouse trained Enjoyment raced right away for Craig Carmody, about 4 clear. Seen Before moving to second, then Noble Dane, but Enjoyment trots in from Seen Before. Then came Noble Dane, followed by Rising Above with Dynamic Blaze, Prairie and Waku Lash. At the head of the rest On Deck, and then came Ken Quest, Omar Zam over on the inside, and Soup Kitchen at the table.
Thank you, Rod. Yes, they are enormous shoes to fill, and I'm very happy that I'm just lucky to have been in the right place at the right time. I wish JR all the best as he scales down, and it's great that we're going to hear more of his calls out in the bush at least. And he did the last as well as any other. It was a great call. Ready now for the final event of the day here on this John Russell Day. Set to go. Away and racing, and the favourite Don't Imbibe began fairly well. Prince of Luca, one of the first out. Getting back is Big Time Molly and Russian Spy settling towards the end of the field. And as they settle through the first 250 metres, Time Scale is working forward, but Prince of Luca just holds out Don't Imbibe, and Like a Trojan over on the outside is working up, but Don't Imbibe now leads. Like a Trojan is second, Prince of Luca third on the inside of Time Scale and Londalazy. About 2 lengths back is Thread Needle, Amazon Lad, a couple of lengths back behind those horses, Sheer Kingston on the inside of Coningsby, 2 or 3 lengths to Bush Lawyer. They're being followed by Mash over on the inside and Mighty Quinn, Russian Spy and Big Time Molly last 1100 to go, and the field stringing out. Like a Trojan, the leader from Don't Imbibe on the outside, and Time Scale is trapped out wide. 2 lengths to Londalazy, the fillies dropped in fourth on the rail. 2.5 behind it, Prince of Luca, 1.5 to Thread Needle, 1 Amazon Lad, Sheer Kingston, Coningsby. 2 lengths back, Mighty Quinn, Bush Lawyer. Over on the inside, just behind them is Mash and then Russian Spy, and Big Time Molly last when they came past the 800 and nearing the turn. Like a Trojan, just the leader from Don't Imbibe, and Time Scale has done a bit of work. Londalazy fourth over on the inside. They're bunching up near the lead now. They're being followed then by Thread Needle, who's worked into the picture. Prince of Luca taken off the fence as they corner now. Back behind them, Amazon Ladders coming out wide. Less than 500 metres to go. Like a Trojan and Don't Imbibe turn in front at the 400. Londalazy spearing up on the inside, and Sheer Kingston trying to run on, hasn't got a lot of room. Prince of Luca's coming down the outside with a good run. Sheer Kingston finally getting off the heels, but Londalazy led with Prince of Luca tackling. Prince of Luca raced up to Londalazy now. Sheer Kingston into the clear. Don't Imbibe isn't going on. Londalazy and Prince of Luca. Prince of Luca's coming home the better, takes the lead. Sheer Kingston's running on late, but Prince of Luca's clear, and Prince of Luca wins it. Prince